suffice it to say about our first finalist, Francisco Arago, that Latinx poets everywhere refer to him as San Francisco for the relentlessness of his advocacy on their behalf, dramatically altering the literary landscape and therefore the way in which we understand ourselves as a nation. I give you Francisco Arago.
Thank you all for being here. I think what I want to do is, as Sarah mentioned, the interview online has a lot of information about Letras Latinas. I run the Institute for Latino Studies literary program called Letras Latinas, which is part of the University of Notre Dame. But tonight I just want to share two poems that I think speak to the second half of that phrase, provocation of poetry and witness, as my contribution as an artist to this idea of when we witness something that's unjust or needs fixing, that we name it and not shy away from speaking about it. This first poem is set in the 1980s during our unfortunate foreign policy in that time period towards Central America. So that's sort of the backdrop. It's called Her Hair, and it goes like this. Long and black, the streaks of gray, a flutter in the light wind as she prepares to tell her story at the Federal Building. Reaching into a tattered sack, she pulls out a doll, missing an eye, balding, singed face smudged with soot from the smoke her home took in as her village was being shelled. Next, she retrieves what's left of a book, a few pages, the borders brown, coming apart in her hands. Hesitant, she raises one, starts to read aloud. Por la mañana sube el sol y calienta el día. La tierra nos da donde vivir y qué comer. La vaca nos da leche para beber y hacer mantequilla. It's her daughter's lesson, the poem she read to her the day they struck. In the morning the sun rises and warms the day. The earth provides a place to live and what to eat. The cow gives us milk to drink and make butter with. Midway through, her voice begins to shake. Her words, like refugees exposed to the night, shiver, freeze. Silence swallows us all. Her words, drifting casualties, gather and huddle in my throat. And this next poem is more recent. I've read it a couple of times since the election, so there may be some people in this room who have heard it before. One of the things that has been very unfortunate, and it continues, is that with the results of this last election, it's given people license to behave in certain deplorable ways everywhere, including my home institution. The title of the poem is called Keogh Hall, which is the name of a dormitory on the campus of the University of Notre Dame. And the poem is addressed to a former student of mine. His name is Gregory Jen, class of 1918. He's the you in the poem. So it's called Keogh Hall, November 9th, 2016, University of Notre Dame. Minutes felt like hours. Deplorables knocking at your door, he shouted the day after. Build build the wall. We're building a wall around your room. Minutes felt like hours. Cowards, you managed catching a glimpse by cracking your door. There were 3 of them scurrying down the hall, their faces obscured. Your back against the wall, you slid to the floor. Hail Mary, you began whispering to yourself, and back they came, their laughter louder. Minutes felt like hours, and the thumping in your chest, his fist pounding the door. Thank you very much.
We have a certificate.
Oh, thank you.
Yay, Francisco Arago, everyone.